Okay, everybody, welcome to the class. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight, this Monday. Okay, and as usual, the first thing that we will do is to check about the platform. So this is the class of tonight. Here you will find the question or request. And remember to do the exercise 16, okay? What happened? I don't know. Well, anyways. Ok, hay que recordar que esta semana es la última que tenemos de clase y pues hay que ir finalizando la plataforma. El examen final hay que hacerlo jueves. Entonces, hay que hacer los deberes y luego jueves nos toca hacer la, la tarea quiero ver, del 19, la 20 y el final test. Para que el viernes que ya tengamos la clase esté todo hecho. Sábado se envían las notas a Insaform. Igual si hay preguntas o dudas con alguna, pues me avisan y pues lo revisamos. Let me just check about. Sí, la tarea 16 solo es de chequear, de poner la respuesta correcta. So, creería yo que no vamos a tener mucho problema. Hay algunos que les mandé ahora un mensaje que estaban todavía algunas partes de las tareas pendientes. Entonces hay que ir avanzando por eso, ¿verdad? Porque si no se terminan las tareas, no se puede pasar al siguiente módulo. Entonces hay que ponernos las pilas con los que nos faltan, ¿verdad? Y si vamos al día, pues solo es de ir llenando día a día todo lo que vayamos viendo. Okay, we are going to check the attendance. Let's see. Abel Edenilson Salazar Melara. Abigail Elizabeth Flores Hernández.
Present, teacher.
Good, thank you. Carlos Humberto Estrada Escobar. Elia Yanira Canizales Blanco. Francisco Ernesto Acuña Rivera. Gabriel Esaú Melara Rosales. Gisela Beatriz Hernández Morales. Joana Saraí Maldonado González. Carla Daniela Molina Cruz.
Hi, present.
Hi. Carla Ivania Anaya Ancheta. Carla Lorena Mendoza Guevara.
I'm here, teacher.
Very good, thank you. Kevin Ramiro Vázquez Pineda. Laura Guadalupe Fuentes de Meléndez.
Present, teacher.
Good. Marilyn Alejandra Grande Pérez.
Present.
Good. Mario Ernesto López Ramírez.
¿Qué dice?
Good.
Las dos.
Mirna Janet Ángel de Castro.
Present, teacher.
Good. Roberto Emilio González Cruz. Santos Cristina Cerritos de Ruiz.
Present, teacher.
Good.
Present.
Good. Saúl Adalberto Cornejo Valdés. Jocelyn Stephanie
Present.
Roldán. Good. Jocelyn Stephanie Roldán Castaneda. Ok, very good, perfect. Entonces vamos a iniciar la clase. Perfecto, Carlos, lo tengo ya por ahí. Ok, vamos entonces a iniciar. Vamos a iniciar con un video. Entonces vamos a verlo y luego pues lo vamos a comentar. So let's see how it goes.
Germany's doing well and we're not. Well, the reason why they're doing well is arguably because they really worked hard to make changes. And what the US can learn there is that we too could potentially do that.
This is At Brookings, a weekly in-depth look at issues behind the news. This week, the German labor market miracle and lessons for the US economy.
Millions of American workers have lost jobs in the Great Recession, and many are still struggling to find work. And the same holds true for other industrialized nations where unemployment remains high. But workers have fared better in Germany due to its labor market miracle, explains fellow Elizabeth Jacobs as she looks at the factors that made the difference. Tell me a little bit about German labor market policy that helped them weather both the Great Recession and do better in the recovery than we're doing here in the U.S.
German employers were far more likely to reduce their workers' hours and then hire them back full-time when the recession was done with and when demand really returned. Whereas in the U.S. we saw employers shed their workers and they just haven't really hired them back in the same way. So that was sort of the main difference in why the employment picture is so different in the two countries.
And Elizabeth, you write that there are both private and public incentives that make it easier for employers to keep people on the job rather than laying them off.
On the public side, and a lot of other people have pointed this out, Germany has this part of their unemployment insurance system called short-time compensation. And it is what it sounds like, just to kind of parse it. The idea is compensating workers when their hours are reduced. And so firms can basically continue to pay their workers their normal salaries. There's actually a little bit of a reduced salary. And the unemployment system, in turn, will then compensate those firms. And so it incentivizes the firms to hold on to their workers. The system helps pay for their social insurance benefits, so things like health care and their retirement benefits. Those don't end up costing the firm in the way they might if they didn't get help from the government.
And then there's also Germany's flexible working tool time kit. What is it? How does it work?
Over the course of the last couple of decades, German employers working together with organized labor, which is a very big deal in Germany, and with the state have come up with this system of what I and some others have called this flexible working time toolkit, which is really an idea of incentivizing flexibility around hours in exchange for holding on to workers. And we don't do that in the same way in the US for a variety of reasons. We tend to shed workers as opposed to holding on to them. And that's really made the difference between the two countries, is the way that both public and private incentives in Germany have helped employers hold on to their workers as opposed to let them go.
Elizabeth, tell me about working time accounts, which is one of the things in this toolkit we're talking about.
They're essentially like time banks. That's the way I like to think about it, that this is something that Germany's largely unionized workforce agreed to as a concession for some job security. And the idea is we'll work overtime hours without demanding overtime pay so long as you bank those hours. And you only work out overtime when time is good and demand is high. And so you're banking hours. And then in turn, if you need to cut hours back, rather than cutting my regular pay, I'll get that pay back later when times are bad. Now it's not obvious why that would keep employers from letting workers go. The reason is sort of in the details of the contract. Employers have to pay those workers everything that's left in those accounts plus a severance if they were to fire those workers during downtimes. And so it really incentivizes things for the employer to hold on to those workers rather than let them go because it's cheaper.
And again, in comparing the U.S. to Germany when it comes to the labor market, Germany tends to take a longer view of what's going on in its labor market and how things could impact it down the road. We don't do that.
Their employers are much more coordinated, their unions are much more coordinated in terms of really developing this high skills workforce. And so employers have a real incentive to hold on to those employees because they've put real time and money and energy into making sure that those employees can deliver exactly what they need. We don't do that in the US. I mean, we really don't. We have a handful of model employers who do that. But for the most part, workforce development is the purview of the states, the counties, community colleges. It's kind of all over the place. So there's no real incentive to hold on to your workers because you can always hopefully find another one. Now I argue that that's actually it's short-term thinking, and in the long run we're paying for it because firms have to pay for recruitment and retraining and all kinds of kind of hidden costs of using layoffs instead of reductions. But that long view in Germany is arguably what's helping their labor market perform better, and I think it's also part of the key to their success.
And all of this, Elizabeth, is pretty much an about-face for a country that was once known as the sick man of Europe.
It was actually The Economist magazine who first called Germany the sick man of Europe, and that was because they had this economy that was going nowhere. They had high and growing unemployment, and it was really kind of a mess. Part of that was just 1980s economic change and Germany really struggling to figure out how to make sense of that. And then they kind of had this double whammy when German unification happened, and they inherited essentially this whole other economy that had been in East Germany was now part of West Germany, and they had to put the two together, and that really sent the labor market into something of a tailspin. And over the course of the last couple of decades, the unions and employers and the German state have really kind of worked together to try and adapt, to figure out a way to pick their economy up and make it work.
Stay up to date with the latest research, learn about Brookings events, and search our directory of experts, all from your mobile device. To download Brookings for your BlackBerry, Android, iPhone, or iPad, go to brookings.edu/mobile.
Ok, ¿qué entendimos de los alemanes? Ajá.
Pues para empezar, ella habla muy rápido. Y segundo, comparaba cómo es el trabajo allá, los beneficios del trabajo en comparación a América. Y del sistema de salud, y de cómo capacitaban, y que siempre puede encontrar uno un trabajo nuevo allá en Alemania.
Perfecto, very good. That is a very good wrap up. Sí,
Ajá,
sí.
y luego de ahí solo escuchaba bla, 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 y intentaba entender y anotar, pero sí habla muy rápido.
Sí, la verdad es que es bien interesante porque sí, este ya es un hablado de inglés normal, ¿verdad? Es como una persona que está hablando y está hablando, como que nosotros empezamos a hablar así, ¿verdad? Un poco rápido, pero nosotros nos entendemos. Entonces, pero lo interesante es que sí, se entienden, no todas las palabras, pero la idea se va entendiendo.
Eso sí.
Teacher, ¿me escucha?
Le escucho.
Ok, bueno, lo que entendí es que la situación laboral en Alemania ahí es mejor que en Estados Unidos, porque ellos usan un modelo de que no trabajan 8 horas, sino que con que trabajan 4 horas, ganando el mismo salario y dando más empleos a las personas que no tienen oportunidad de un empleo, según lo que entendí.
Sí, definitivamente, las políticas son diferentes, se trabajan menos horas, los salarios son buenos, hay gente que puede tener dos empleos si quieren, están también las unions, que serían como los sindicatos, que también están vinculados. Very good, nice, Carlos. Any other comment about the video? Ok, sí, ¿verdad? Se puede ver que sí hablan bastante rápido, pero es interesante que sí se pueden entender ya ciertas cosas. Eso quiere decir que vamos por el buen camino, my friends. Vamos a ver otro video, pero lo vamos a ver más adelante. Ahora vamos a iniciar con la clase. Okay, so this is the class of tonight. And let me show you, okay? So, the use of could. Nos toca el use de should, pero should ya lo vimos, ¿verdad? Hace un par de días, está como repetida la clase. Entonces vamos a adelantar un poco del uso de could. It says, como siempre yo leo y ustedes chequean pronunciación y luego leemos, ¿verdad? Hay algunas lecturas que vamos a hacer en la primera hora, que es del uso de could. So let's see how it goes. We use could to show that something is possible, but not certain. They could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cold here in winter. It is sometimes very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town. Questions on pronunciation. Pronunciation questions.
Ahí donde dice but not certain, ¿cómo se pronuncia?
Certain, but not certain.
Certain.
Mhm. Any other pronunciation question?
Como dijo la última teacher, you can easily.
La última de la última línea.
Sí.
Sería you can easily get
Easily.
lost easily.
Ujú.
Good. Any other pronunciation question? No more, I guess. Vamos a leer entonces, a ver cómo nos va. Empecemos con, let me just check, Janet.
We use call the show that something impossible, but not certain. The call came by card. Maybe they will come by card. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. You use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cold here in winter.
Here in
It
winter.
is here in winter. It is sometimes very cold here in winter.
Here in winter.
You can it's very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Very good, very nice. Carlos Humberto.
Okay, ahorita voy. We use code to show that something is possible, but not certain. They could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. I can be very cold here in winter. It is sometimes very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Very good, perfect. Now, Abel Edenilson.
Okay, GP. We use code to show that something is possible, but not certain. They could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cool here in winter. It, it is something very cool here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, next one is Mario Ernesto.
How to use code. We use code to show that something is possible, but not certain. This code come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. Be very cold here in winter. It is sometimes very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, Laura.
We use could to show that something is possible, but not certain. They could come by car.
By car.
Maybe by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements
Statements.
statements about what is possible. It can be very cool where in winter it is sometimes very cool where in winter
Here in
you
winter.
can, ¿cómo?
Here in winter.
Here in winter. You can
Easily.
easily get lost in this town. People of get lost in this town.
Very good. Thank you very much. Now, Jocelyn. Not possible for Jocelyn. Ivania.
Okay. We use could to show that something is possible.
Something.
But, perdón?
Yes, something.
Something. Okay, thanks. That something is possible, but not certain. They could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cool here in winter. It is sometimes winter. It is sometimes very cool here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Very good. Perfect. Thank you. Now, Carla Mendoza.
Okay. We use could to show that something is possible but not certain. They could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statement about what is possible. It can be very cool here in winter. It is sometimes very cool here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Very good. Perfect. Now, Saúl Adalberto.
Present. We use called to show that something is possible. But to certain, they could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cold here in winter. It is sometimes very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Very good. Thank you. Now, Marilyn Alejandra.
Okay. We use could to show that something is possible, but not certain. They could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cold here in winter. It is sometimes very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Perfect. Thank you. Francisco Acuña. Not possible. Carla Daniela.
Voy.
Okay.
We use could to show that something is possible but not certain. They could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cold here in winter. It is sometimes very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Perfect, thank you. Now, Kevin Ramiro. Not possible. Elizabeth Hernandez. Not possible either. Ah, bien. Ahí ya.
Yes, teacher.
Adelante, Elizabeth, le toca leer.
Okay. We use could to show that something is possible, but not certain. They could come by car. Maybe they will come by car. They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cold here in winter. It is sometimes very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Perfect, thank you. Now, let's see. Roberto Cruz. Not possible. Let's see. Creo que todos leímos ya, ¿verdad? Let me just check.
Yo en el medio, teacher, que me equivoque, póngame a leer.
Dele, pues, le escucho.
Va, aunque me corrija, no me interesa, pero sí me interesa practicar. Va, we use could to show that something is possible,
Possible.
but not the time. Possible. Okay. They could come by car.
By car.
By car. Maybe they will come car. By car, by car.
By car.
They could be at home. Maybe they are at home. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. It can be very cool here in winter. It is something
Sometimes.
very cool.
Sometimes very cold.
Very cool here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. People often get lost in this town.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Okay, so ahora vamos a chequear qué es lo que leímos, ¿verdad? Yo creo que más o menos se entiende, ¿verdad? Vamos a empezar a utilizar modals. Ya habíamos hablado de should anteriormente en la primera semana y ahora vamos a ver could. Could en traducción podría ser podría, pero no es que signifique podría. Recordemos que a veces las palabras se utilizan de otra manera. Ahí hay dos ejemplos. Estamos comparando could con can. Entonces, can es poder, ¿verdad? Yo puedo. Y could es podría. A veces could es el pasado de can. O sea que si yo digo I can play the guitar, por ejemplo, eso sería yo puedo tocar la guitarra. Y si yo digo I could play the guitar, sería yo podía tocar la guitarra. Pero no significa podía, sino que ahí lo ocupo como podía. En este caso que vemos en pantalla, dice que usamos could para mostrar que algo es posible, pero no cierto. O sea, la posibilidad existe. Por ejemplo, they could come by car. Ellos podrían venir por carro, en carro. Podrían, no se sabe, es posible, ¿verdad? Y ahí dice igual, ¿verdad? Maybe they will come by car. Tal vez ellos vendrán por carro, tal vez. It's a possibility. They could be at home. Ellos podrían estar en casa. Puede ser, ¿verdad? Podría. Maybe they are at home. Tal vez ellos están en casa. So it's a possibility. Algo que no es cierto. Ahí podemos usar could. Contrasta un poco con lo que tenemos abajo. We use can to make general statements about what is possible. Entonces, can se puede usar también, pero ya no significa lo mismo. Usamos can, dice, para hablar de afirmaciones generales de lo que es, de lo que puede ser posible. Por ejemplo, it can be very cold here in winter. Eso vendría siendo algo así como, puede ser muy frío aquí en el invierno. Hay una posibilidad, pero es porque a veces está frío. De hecho, es lo que dice ahí. A veces es muy frío aquí en el invierno. Entonces, a veces, o sea, puede ser, es posible que sea, ¿verdad? A veces ha sido, es bien general. En cambio, el otro es posibilidad de que algo que sí puede suceder, pero no es cierto. La siguiente dice, you can easily get lost in this town. ¿Qué es easily? A ver, los compañeros.
Fácilmente.
Fácilmente. Entonces, sería algo así como, tú fácilmente te puedes perder en este pueblo. O sea, si se dan cuenta, no es una posibilidad, solo lo estoy diciendo, es algo general. Puede suceder, ¿verdad? Si te vas solo, a lo mejor te perdés, pues ahí ya podría ser cool. Pero en el momento de que estoy hablando de algo general, ocupo can, no cool. Y es lo que dice, people often get lost in this town. La gente frecuentemente se pierde en este pueblo. Okay. Do you have any questions on the first part? ¿Alguna pregunta en esta primera parte? ¿Alguna palabra, pronunciación o la gramática si queda clara? Claro como la horchata. Nice.
Yo
Ah,
no
ok.
tengo nada.
Dígame.
Bueno, fíjese de que cuando yo estaba estudiando siempre me quedó esa duda porque no terminé de entender esa parte.
Ujú.
Que cuando me refería como, digamos, no me recuerdo qué frase exactamente dije, pero en una conversación era como que me estaba refiriendo a una persona que él ya no podía ver.
Ujú.
Entonces, pero si can't es la forma negativa de poder porque se usaba el could.
Ah, porque es pasado, es lo que decía al principio. Ken es en
Ujú,
presente, entonces ya no puede ver. Lo que pasa es de que en gramática también existen unas cosas más allá de lo que estamos viendo ahorita. Todavía nos quedamos en el presente.
ujú,
Cuando veamos, hay una gramática que se ve en el intermedio, que es, por ejemplo, esto,
ujú,
will. Por ejemplo, will se utiliza como futuro de will, ¿ok? Pero,
ujú,
quizá por ahí más o menos le voy a explicar. Con will, yo puedo decir I will go, yo iría, ¿verdad? Pero si yo
ujú,
digo, ¿cómo le puedo explicar? Por ejemplo, cuando decimos, ella no me dice, no me quiere decir, no me habla. Ese es un ejemplo muy, muy especial. Ella no me habla. Entonces, ahí usamos would. She wouldn't talk to me. Pero no es futuro, no es posibilidad. Pero para ese tipo de situaciones, ella ya no lo hace, no lo quiere hacer, no lo puede hacer. A veces podemos usar would y a veces usamos could. Entonces,
ok,
ya es como gramática un poquito más avanzada dependiendo de la situación. Como cuando decimos, no sé
ujú,
si alguna vez ha visto que dicen, I wish I were a magician, por ejemplo. No es I wish I
ujú,
was, sino que es I
ujú,
wish I were. Entonces hay ciertos escenarios, hay ciertas situaciones en las que cambian ciertas reglas para saber de qué estoy hablando, para saber a qué me estoy refiriendo.
ujú.
En esas
Vaya,
situaciones
pues,
es cuando
ajá.
usamos los
Ya,
modals de otra manera.
ok, ya por eso le dije que son temas bastante complejos que necesitan más de un día de explicación.
Sí, lo que pasa es de que ahorita no vamos a ver eso que usted preguntó. Esto ahorita es solo
Ok,
el uso de cool en general, ¿verdad? O sea, cool se ocupa
ok,
para eso, pero más adelante, ya en el intermedio, si se vuelve a ver wool y se vuelve a ver cool,
ujú. O los
y
modal verb.
pero
Ujú,
ya para situaciones así diferentes, no, No así como lo estamos viendo ahorita, sino que sí se mira otra vez, pero ya no como esta vez, ¿verdad? No como lo estamos viendo ahorita.
Ok, gracias.
Good. Any other question? Okay. Este está fácil. So we use can't or cannot to say that something is impossible. That can be true. You cannot be serious. Yo creo que esto está bien claro. Igual que en español. No puede ser verdad. No estamos hablando de posibilidad. Ustedes recuerdan que can, el uso más frecuente de can es habilidad, ¿verdad? Yo puedo hacer o no puedo hacer algo. Y tenemos cannot, ¿verdad? You cannot be serious. Tú no puedes ser serio. Eso no puede ser cierto. Algo por el estilo, ¿verdad? Pero no habla de posibilidad, que es diferente cuando lo hablamos de otra manera, como I can speak English. Ahí habla de posibilidad. Entonces tiene diferentes usos dependiendo de lo que estamos usando. ¿Tienen alguna pregunta o duda con esto? No questions. Este no lo vamos a leer, pero este sí lo vamos a leer. So, dice, lo voy a leer y chequemos la pronunciation, please. We use could, have to make guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statements about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We use can't have or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know their way here. They can't have got lost. If Jones was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the motor. Okay, so do you have pronunciation questions? Any pronunciation questions?
No, teacher.
Ok, vamos a leerlo entonces. Empecemos con Cristina.
Vaya. We just could have to make guess about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? Where are they? They could have got lost. We just could to make general statement about the past. It could be very cool there in winter. It was something very cool there in sometimes. Okay, gracias. Sometimes very cool there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. In that town, teacher.
In that town.
In that town. We just can have or could
Couldn't.
could not sería could
Couldn't.
not
Couldn't.
couldn't. Okay. Had to say that a past event was impossible. ¿Cómo es dicho?
Impossible.
Impossible. They now degrade her. They
Here.
can have good looks. If Jones was at work until 6, he
Couldn't.
Okay, have done the murder.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Marilyn Alejandra.
Okay. We use could have to make guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statements about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in the town. People often got lost in the town. We use can have or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know the way here. They can't have got lost. If Jones was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, Carla Daniela.
We use could have to make guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have get lost. We use could to make general statements about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We use can't have or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. Cállate. Perdón, teacher.
No problem.
They know the way here. They can have got lost. If Jones was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, let's see, it's gonna be the turn of Mario Ernesto.
We use could have to make guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statements about the past. I could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We can have or can't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know the way here. Have got lost. If Jones was work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, Janet Angel.
We use could have to make guesses about the past. Guesses. About the guesses. Así?
Yeah.
Guesses about the past. Is it 10 o'clock? The school have arrived?
Arrived
by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statements about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We use can't have or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know the way here. They can't have got lost. If John was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murders.
Perfect, thank you. Now, Laura Fuentes.
We use could have to make guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statements about the past. I could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We use can, have, or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know they were here. They can't have got lost. If Jones was at work until 6, we could have done the murder.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, Jocelyn Castaneda. Not possible. Ivania.
Okay. We use could have to make guess about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statement about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We use can have, or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know the way here. They can have got lost. If Jones was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Murder. Thank you. Very good. So now, Carla Mendoza.
Okay, we use could have to make guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statement about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We use can't, have, or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know the way here. They can't have got lost. If John was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Carlos Humberto.
Okay, ahorita voy. We use could have to make guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statements about the past. It could be very cold here in winter. It was something very cold there in winter. Could you easily get lost in that town? People often got lost in that town. We use can have or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know the way here. They can have got lost. If Jones was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Saúl Adalberto,
Okay, we use code have to make guesses,
guesses.
guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use code to make general statements about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We use can't have or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know the way here.
Here.
They can have got lost. If Jones was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Thank you, very good. Francisco Acuña. Not possible, okay. Let's see. Elizabeth Hernandez.
Okay. We use could have to make guesses about the past. It's 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statement about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was sometimes very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often got lost in that town. We use can't have or couldn't have to say that a past event was impossible. They know to wait here. They can't have got lost. If Jones was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Perfect, thank you very much. Roberto Cruz, is it possible for you? Not possible. Abel Edenilson.
Okay. We use could have to make guesses about the past. It is 10 o'clock. They could have arrived by now. Where are they? They could have got lost. We use could to make general statements about the past. It could be very cold there in winter. It was something very cold there in winter. You could easily get lost in that town. People often go lost in that town. We use can have a current have to say that a past event was impossible. They know the way here they can have got lost. If John was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Creo que todos leímos ya, ¿verdad? Yes, I guess so. Okay, so let's check first some words. Vamos a checar algo de vocabulario y luego explicamos qué es lo que dice acá. Hay 3 usos. Let's see, guesses. What is guesses? Anybody? Como cuando decimos I guess. Ok, entonces guesses sería como el plural de guess, ¿verdad? Guess es como creer, como cuando usted está tratando de adivinar que algo va a pasar o va a suceder, something like that.
Las conjeturas.
Something like that. Very good. Ok, what else? Una palabra. Winter, ¿se recuerdan que era winter?
Invierno.
Invierno, very good. Let's see. Murder, la última palabra, ¿qué es murder?
Asesinato.
Very good, asesinato. Veamos entonces ahora qué dice, ¿verdad? En la primera parte decimos, nosotros podemos, usamos could have para hacer conjeturas, ¿verdad? Que es lo que decía Mario, acerca del pasado. Por ejemplo, dice, son las 10 en punto. Ellos podrían haber llegado ahora, a esta hora, algo así. Podrían haber, ¿verdad? Ese have arrived es el presente perfecto, ¿se acuerdan? Cuando usábamos have y arrived. El arrive no es pasado simple, sino que es pasado participio. Entonces, aquí yo simplemente le agrego el could al presente perfecto para pensar que pudo haber pasado, ¿verdad? Así de fácil es. Es como una posibilidad que yo creo que sucedió, ¿verdad? Una creencia. Luego dice el siguiente, where are they? ¿Dónde están ellos? Ellos podrían haberse perdido. Podrían haberse perdido. Vean cómo va ahí unido con el presente perfecto. Entonces es como para tratar de adivinar qué sucedió en el pasado, ¿verdad? Pudo haber pasado esto. Eso exactamente que estamos diciendo es ese tiempo que estamos en la primera parte. Do you have questions? ¿Preguntas en la primera parte? Ok, entonces, la segunda parte dice, perdón, no, nada, ¿verdad? Usamos could para hacer oraciones generales acerca del pasado. ¿Qué era lo que les decía? ¿Verdad? Can es el presente y could lo usamos para el pasado de can a veces. Entonces, it could be very cold there in winter. Esta es la misma oración que teníamos anteriormente, solo que aquí está con could. Entonces, aquí dice, podía estar muy frío aquí o allí en el invierno. Podía antes, ¿verdad? Los tiempos han cambiado y ya no, ¿verdad? Entonces, era a veces muy frío allí en el invierno. Era, ya no es, era. Ese cool lo cambia todo. Si yo pongo can, puede ser muy helado aquí. ¿Se acuerdan que decía así? Ahora decía podía ponerse muy helado aquí en el invierno, ¿verdad? El siguiente también es el mismo tipo. You could easily get lost in that town. Tú podías fácilmente perderte en ese pueblo. Pasado también, ¿verdad? Ya no es tú puedes, tú podías. La gente frecuentemente se perdía en ese pueblo. Pasado, ahora ya no, ¿verdad? ¿Preguntas con la segunda parte? Este básicamente es el pasado de Ken. Questions with the second part. Ok. Y utilizamos en negativo can have or couldn't have para decir algo de un pasado, algo de un evento pasado que fue o que era imposible. No pudo haber sido eso, ¿verdad? No pudo ser. Algo así sería. El ejemplo dice, they know that the way here, they can't have got lost. Ellos saben el camino es acá. No pueden haberse perdido. Podemos usarlo con can o podemos usarlo con couldn't. ¿Verdad? Que es el segundo ejemplo. If Jones was at work until 6, he couldn't have done the murder. Si Jones estaba en el trabajo hasta las 6, él no pudo haber cometido el crimen, el asesinato. Él no pudo haber o él no puede haber, algo por el estilo. Eso es lo que estamos viendo aquí. Solo que cuando va en negativo es algo imposible, no creo, ¿verdad? Cuando decimos eso, no creo que no sepa, ¿verdad? Algo por el estilo. Pero básicamente es la misma estructura que la primera. Questions. Do you have any questions here? No questions.
No, teacher. Thank you.
Ok. Vamos con uno más. Yo leo y ustedes chequean en la pronunciation. We use can and can't to talk about someone's skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you. Help, I can't breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well. Pronunciation questions.
No, teacher. Thank you.
Ok. Si no hay preguntas, vamos a la lectura. ¿Preguntas
Hey,
alguien?
teacher, antes de language.
Language. Several.
Several.
Several,
Yeah.
yeah. Any other question? Ok, leamos entonces. Mario Ernesto inicia esta vez.
We use can and can to talk about someone's skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can he can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you. Help, I can't breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They could not dance. Couldn't. Esa frase. She couldn't dance very well.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, Carla Daniela.
We use can or and. Bueno, espérame. No miro. Hoy sí. We use can and can't to talk about someone's skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can't dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you. Oh, I can't breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Now, Jeanette.
We use can and can to talk about someone's skill in general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We use can and can to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or futures. I can see you. I can see you. Help. I can breathe. ¿Cómo se pronuncia eso?
Breathe.
Breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now it's going to be the turn of Laura Fuentes.
We use can to talk about some skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. We can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you, help, I can't
Breathe.
breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages.
Several.
They couldn't dance very well.
Very perfect. Thank you. Cristina.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
We just can we just can and can to tell about
To talk about.
someone. Teacher,
Someone, sí.
lo que sigue después de about, teacher.
Someone. Así como lo dijo. Someone.
Ah, ok, gracias. Skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can speak languages. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We just can to tell about. Así sería, teacher.
To talk about.
To talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future.
Future.
Or future. Or future. I can see you. Help. I can breathe.
Breathe.
Breathe. We just could no. Así sería. Couldn't, dijo usted, ¿verdad?
Couldn't.
O sea que la D no se pronuncia.
Como no, solo que es diferente. Es couldn't. Es couldn't.
Es que escuché que varios dijeron couldn't.
Malo.
Okay,
Sería couldn't.
Couldn't. Okay.
Couldn't.
We just couldn't to tell about the part. She could speak several languages. ¿Cómo que me dijo? Languages. Okay. They couldn't dance very well.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Nice. Jocelyn, creo que Jocelyn no puede hablar. Carla Mendoza.
Okay. We use can and can't to talk about someone's skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the abilities to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you. Help, I can't breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well.
Very good, perfect. Ivania.
We use can and call to talk about someone's skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can languages. Okay, then he can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the abilities to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can I can see you. Help. I can breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well.
Okay, perfect. Languages, el plural. Okay, let's see who's missing. Carlos Humberto.
Okay. We use can and can't to talk about someone's skills or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you. Help. I can breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well.
Perfect, thank you. Saúl Adalberto.
Okay, we use can and can't to talk about someone's skills or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can't dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you. Help. Can't break. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well.
Perfect, thank you. Marilyn Alejandra.
Okay. We use can and can't to talk about someone's skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can't dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you. Help. I can't breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well.
Very good, perfect, thank you. Let's see who else is missing. Elizabeth Hernandez. Not possible. Kevin Ramiro. Not possible. Abel Edenilson.
Okay. We use can and can't to talk about someone's skill or general abilities. She can speak several languages. He can swim like a fish. They can dance very well. We use can and can't to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. I can see you. Help, I can breathe. We use could and couldn't to talk about the past. She could speak several languages. They couldn't dance very well.
Perfect. Very nice. Okay, let's check some words. Primero algunas palabras. Skill. ¿Qué era skill?
Habilidad.
Very good. Let's see. Several. What is several?
Es como muchas.
Como muchos, bastantes.
Varios.
Varios. Nice. Let's see. What else? I can't breathe. ¿Qué es breathe?
Respirar.
Respirar. Very good. And creo que eso es todo. Veamos qué dice entonces. Usamos can y can't para hablar de las habilidades o algo que alguien puede hacer en general. Por ejemplo, she can speak several languages. Ella puede hablar muchos idiomas. He can swim like a fish. Él puede nadar como un pez. They can dance very well. Ellos no pueden bailar muy bien. Creo que esta parte está clara, ¿verdad? We use can and can to talk about the ability to do something at a specific time in the present or future. Entonces, también se habla de la habilidad tanto en presente como en futuro. Por ejemplo, I can see you. I can see you tomorrow. Decimos, sí, te puedo ver mañana. Nos podemos ver. Eso es idéntico, ¿verdad? En inglés. Hell, I can't breathe. Ayuda, no puedo respirar. Y lo último dice, we use could and couldn't to talk about the past, que es lo que habíamos hablado también, ¿verdad? Could or couldn't pasado de can. She could speak several languages. Ella podía hablar muchos idiomas. They couldn't dance very well. Ellos no podían bailar muy bien. So that will be it. Questions in this part?
No, teacher.
No questions. Ok. Déjame ver cuántos faltan. Faltan varios. Bueno, sigamos. Aunque tenemos que ver un video. Vamos a ver el video primero y luego regresamos. Será aquí lo vamos a quedar. Entonces, vamos a ver un videito y luego pues me dicen qué entendieron del video. Creo que está habilitado el audio. Vamos a ver. Ok, ¿qué aprendimos aquí en el video de los modals? Ajá. Anybody?
Que medio entendí, teacher, era que como que pedían las diferentes formas de pedir permiso. Y lo que usted explicaba, lo del Kent y lo del cool, que era como lo que habían hecho unos y lo que otros estaban haciendo.
Ok. Very good. Sí, los modas, la verdad es que no es tan complicado usarlos. Hay situaciones, pues, que sí, ¿verdad? Tenemos que ver otra gramática para poder entender esas, pero en la mayoría de los casos es así como lo hemos venido viendo ahorita. Can, could, pasado, presente o posibilidad, o, bueno, uno que no hemos visto que sale ahí es being more polite. Entonces, podemos decir, can you open the door? O podemos decir, could you open the door? Could es más polite que can en esa situación. Entonces, son cosas que con el uso tenemos que irlas agregando a nuestro vocabulario y agregando a la forma en la que hablamos. That will be it. ¿Ok? ¿Algún otro comentario? Okay. So let's continue. It says, we use can to ask for permission to do something. Can I ask you a question, please? Can we go home now? Could is more formal and polite than can. Could I ask a question, please? Could we go home now? Exactamente lo que salía en el video, ¿verdad? Más polite. La misma pregunta. Y vendría a ser casi lo mismo, pero es más polite a preguntar con could que con can. Okay. Questions here. ¿Alguna pregunta o duda? Okay, let's check this one. Dice, we use can to give permission. You can go home now. You can borrow my pen if you like. We use can to say that someone has permission to do something. We can go out whenever we want. Students can travel for free. We use can't to refuse permission or say that someone does not have permission. You can't go home yet. Students can't travel for free. También esta parte pensaría que está bastante fácil. Usamos can para dar permiso. Te puedes ir a casa ahora, puedo prestarte mi lapicero si lo quieres.
Now you can borrow.
We use can to say that someone has permission to do something. También para decir que alguien tiene permiso de hacer algo. We can go out whenever we want. Podemos salir cuando querramos. Students can travel for free. Los estudiantes pueden viajar gratis, así como era antes aquí en el país, ¿verdad? We use can't to refuse permission or say that someone does not have permission. Nosotros no usamos can't, el negativo, para rehusar permiso o decir que alguien no tiene el permiso. You can't go home yet. Todavía no te puedes ir a casa. Ese yet siempre en inglés va al final casi siempre. Students can't travel for free. Los estudiantes no pueden viajar gratis. ¿Cómo es ahora? Questions? Any questions? Ya tienes sueño, Cristina.
Ya me dio.
Vamos a continuar. We use could you as a polite way of telling or asking someone to do something. Vamos a ir leyendo. Hay algunos que no los vamos a leer todos, pero algunas personas sí. Por ejemplo, este slide lo va a leer Carla Mendoza.
Okay, teacher. We use could you as a polite way of telling or asking someone to do something. Could you take a message, please? Could I have my bill, please? Can is less polite. Can you take a message, please?
Very good. Fácil, ¿verdad? Usamos could you como una manera polite de decir o pedir a alguien que haga algo. Could you take a message, please? ¿Podrías tomar el mensaje, please? Could I have my bill, please? ¿Me podría traer la cuenta? Can es lo mismo, pero menos polite en estas situaciones, ¿verdad? Can you take a message, please? ¿Puedes tomar el mensaje, por favor? That is it. Kind of easy. Ok, el siguiente lo va a leer Abel Edenilson.
We use can I to make offer.
Sí, go ahead.
Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I do that for you? With something says I can or I could to make an offer. I can do that for you if you like. I could give you a lift to the station.
Very good, perfect, thank you. We use can I para hacer un ofrecimiento, para ofrecer algo. Por ejemplo, can I help you? ¿Puedo ayudarte? Podemos usarlo para ofrecer ayuda, por ejemplo. Can I do that for you? ¿Puedo hacer eso por ti? So, en estas situaciones usamos can. We sometimes say I can or I could to make an offer. A veces también podemos usar could. I can do that for you if you like. Yo puedo hacer eso por ti si tú quieres. I could give you a lift to the station. Podría darte un aventón a la estación. Entonces también, ¿verdad? Se puede usar can or could para hacer un ofrecimiento. Questions about this part? Ok, este lo va a leer Janet.
We use call that make suggestions.
Suggestions.
Suggestion.
Suggestions.
We will meet at the weekend. You could eat out.
Estoy pagando y este maestro bien aburrido. No necesito al teacher bando, quiero de vergue. Quiero de vergue.
Okay. Something happened there. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. We could use to make cool to make suggestions. Usamos cool para hacer sugerencias, ¿verdad? We could meet at the weekend. Podríamos reunirnos el fin de semana. We could eat out tonight. Podríamos salir esta noche. So that is it, okay? ¿Preguntas, dudas acá en este? No questions. And we make...
Teacher, la palabra, lo siento.
Dígame.
Teacher, la palabra suggestion la puede decir en inglés que.
Ah, sí, se dice suggestion.
Suggestion, ok.
Suggestion.
Gracias.
Yes, very good. So we make questions by putting the subject after can or could. Eso creo que ya también lo sabemos. Los modals van antes que el sujeto en las preguntas. Entonces sería can I, can you, could I, could you, things like that, okay? And the negative form is can't in spoken English and cannot in written English. We sometimes say cannot, but it's a very emphatic. The negative form of could is couldn't. Esa pronunciación hay que aprendérsela. Couldn't in spoken English and could not in written English. Eso sería, entonces. Do you have any questions con el uso de could and can?
No, teacher.
No questions. Ok. Vamos entonces a practicar de manera general lo que ustedes quieran escribir. Lo que vamos a hacer ahora es vamos a escribir un párrafo. Quiere decir de que no son oraciones independientes, sino que es una sola idea. Vamos a escribir un párrafo de unas 4 líneas. Vamos a tratar de usar can y could. Y luego lo vamos a compartir con la clase. ¿Preguntas o dudas con la actividad que vamos a hacer?
Sí, teacher. Si lo
Dígame.
puedes repetir, por favorcito, así en resumen.
Claro, va a escribir un párrafo de unas 4 líneas. Y en el párrafo va a tratar de utilizar can or could.
Could I?
Puede usar, no, no tienen que ser preguntas, pueden ser en la oración, o sea, en un párrafo normal.
Okay.
Good, perfect.
Gracias.
Les doy tiempo y luego los escucho. Si tienen
Un
preguntas,
párrafo
realicen.
corto, teacher, como los que acabamos de ver.
Sí, un párrafo corto, unas 4 oraciones, that is good enough.
Okay.
Ok, terminamos o necesitan más tiempo. ¿Alguien falta? ¿Le falta todavía? Ok, terminamos entonces. Iniciamos. A ver, vamos a iniciar con Carla Daniela. Hello. Not possible. Abel Edenilson. Hello. Mm,
Hi, teacher.
ok, hello.
Yo, y me dice si está bien.
Perfecto.
We can go to the gym, but we could also go running and we meet the training time.
It's very good. Perfect. Thank you, Laura. It's very nice. Let's see Mario Ernesto. Not possible. Janet.
Yeah. Could I have some tea? Can I carry your bath? Can you cook a pizza for dinner?
Okay, very good. Perfect. That was good. Let's see Jocelyn. No sé si es posible para Jocelyn. Not possible. Carla Mendoza.
Okay. And I like to go to the stadium to see my favorite team. I could go to the stadium every weekend, but I can't go go. But I can't go because I have to work. I can watch soccer games on TV. Could you come with me to watch the soccer game next week?
Very good. Perfect. That was very, very nice. Thank you, Carla. Let's see Carlos Humberto. Not possible for Carlos. Let's see Saúl Adalberto.
Okay, I'm here. And well, she can speak Italiano very well.
Italian.
Italian. Italian. He can swim in the deep sea. I can ride a motorbike. I could swim in the deep. He could ride a bike. He could bake a cake.
Okay, very good. Perfect. That was nice. Perfect. Francisco Acuña, is it possible for you? Not possible. Kevin Ramiro. Not possible. Elizabeth Hernandez. Not possible. Okay, let's see who else is missing. Creería que todos pasamos ya entonces, los que podían. ¿Tienen alguna pregunta o duda? Ah, Ivania, me falta Ivania.
Okay, teacher. My sister couldn't take the pet with her to the mall because the mall doesn't allow pets, but she can go to the park with them.
Okay, very good, perfect. That was very nice. Thank you. Okay, guys, do you have any question about the uses of could and can? No questions. Claro como la horchata.
Yo no las dije, teacher, no sé si están bien.
Ah, dígame después. Vamos a escucharlo.
You can running in the park tomorrow.
Ahí tendría que ser run, not running.
Run. Okay. I could run yesterday.
Mm.
Today I going to work. Can you work with me?
Okay, very good. Yeah, very nice.
Okay.
Good, good. Bueno, tenemos unos minutos y vamos a hacer práctica entonces de plática. A ver, ¿con quién no he platicado? Con varios, ¿verdad? Laura Fuentes.
Perdón, teacher, no escuché.
Solo vamos a hacer práctica. Vamos a hacer una speaking.
Ah, ok.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I am very well. Yeah, it was a very good day. And what uh, what do you do in your free time, Laura?
I watch TV and listen to music.
Good. What kind of music do you like?
Ahí, como le digo que por ahorita estoy escuchando así como en inglés para practicar.
Ah, okay. Puede decir algo así. I am listening to English music to practice.
I am listening English music to practice.
Okay. That is a very good exercise. Nice. But what kind of music do you like? I mean, the one that you like.
La bachata. No sé cómo
Bachata.
se dice eso.
That is bachata. That is,
Okay.
yeah, Latin. So you like to dance?
Yes,
Very good.
I like.
Nice. That's very good. How often do you go out and dance?
Repeat, please.
Yeah. How often do you go out to dance?
I go class de dance. Como yo voy a clase de baile, algo así.
Imagine, that is good. So that is
Ajá,
very nice.
entonces es algo frequently, algo así, así se dice.
Nah, you go out frequently to dance. That's nice.
Yes.
And what kind of music are you learning in the class? I mean, is bachata or salsa? What kind of music?
No, ahí es de todo. No sé cómo digo.
All kind of music.
All kind of music.
Ah, okay, interesting. Where do you take those classes?
Repeat.
Where do you take the classes?
¿Dónde? ¿Dónde
Mhm.
tomo las clases? In the academy.
In an academy.
Ajá, en una, sí.
And what is the name of the academy?
Lleva el nombre del maestro. Es Ángela Maya Academy.
Oh, imagine. That's very good. And are there a lot of students in that class?
Yes. A lot of meaning 25 person for class.
Oh, that is a lot. Yeah, 25 is a lot. Let me ask you, are there more girls or more boys in the class?
More girls.
Yeah, I know that. What other question I have?
Ya estuvo, teacher.
No quiere. Bueno, paremos entonces. Yo estoy preguntando porque está bien interesante. A lo mejor vamos a las clases de baile. Okay, very well. Perfect. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see who else is. Abele de Nilsson.
Going, teacher.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher.
Nice. What kind of music do you like?
I like music, the James.
I'm sorry, what kind of music?
The James is
Yeah, I
yes,
just,
the name is James.
the name of the artist.
James, the name, the man.
Ah, okay, yeah, I never listened to that one. Is that tropical music or dancing music? What kind of music is that?
Repeat.
Yeah, what kind of music is that? Is dance music, rock music, rap music?
Dance.
Ah, it's dance.
Mhm.
Very good. So you like to dance as well.
Not like dance.
Just listen to music.
Yes, only
Oh,
listen.
very good. That's nice.
Not like dance.
All right. How much time do you spend listening to music?
Mm. In in the morning
In the mornings.
with air. All right.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Good, good. Very good. Perfect. Thank you, Abel.
Okay.
Very good. Perfect. So, my friends, ¿tienen alguna pregunta o duda con la clase de ahora? Okay, let's check the attendance and then we go to rest. Let's see. Abel Edenilson Salazar Melara.
Present.
Good. Abigail Elizabeth Flores Hernández.
Present.
Good. Carlos Humberto Estrada Escobar.
Present, teacher.
Good. Elia Yanira Canizales Blanco. Francisco Ernesto Acuña Rivera. Gabriel Esaú Medara Rosales. Isela Beatriz Hernández Morales. Joana Saraí Maldonado González. Carla Daniela Molina Cruz. Carla Ivania Anaya Ancheta.
Present, teacher.
Good. Carla Lorena Mendoza Guevara.
Present.
Good. Kevin Ramiro Vázquez Pineda. Laura Guadalupe Fuentes de Meléndez.
Present.
Good. Marilyn Alejandra Grande Pérez. Mario Ernesto López Ramírez.
Present.
Good. Mirna Janet Ángel de Castro.
Present, teacher.
Good. Roberto Emilio González Cruz. Santos Cristina Cerrito de Ruiz.
Present, teacher.
Good. Saúl Adalberto Cornejo Valdés.
Present.
Good. Jocelyn Stephanie Roldán Castaneda. Ok, my friends, el 101 de ahora es para Mirna Janet y pues los demás. See you on Tuesday, tomorrow. Have a good night and rest very well.
Good night.
Good night, teacher.
Good night. Hello, Janet.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
Hey, thank you.
Very nice. Perfecto, me imagino que ya tiene alguna experiencia en los one-on-ones, ¿verdad? Ya ha tenido algunos en otras clases.
Sí.
Nice, perfecto. Bueno, la primera pregunta que tengo para usted es, ¿cómo siente que va? ¿Siente que va avanzando, que va aprendiendo?
Sí, siento que he aprendido. a cómo empecé. Es solo, bueno, que ahí voy con la pronunciación, aunque algunas palabras no me las sé, pero ahí voy con la pronunciación y yo pienso que poco a poco tiene uno, depende mucho de la práctica, uno va aprendiendo, pues, ¿verdad?
Definitivamente. Fíjese que sí, yo recuerdo cuando iniciamos y sí, sí ha mejorado bastante. La pronunciación, cómo habla, todo, very good, that's very nice. Ok, la siguiente es, ¿tiene usted alguna pregunta, alguna duda en cuanto a alguna cosa que hayamos visto o que haya visto en el pasado?
Sí, fíjese que tengo una duda con respecto al, por ejemplo, en el presente perfecto usamos was y how, has y how.
Ujú.
Eso lo tengo claro con cuanto a los pronombres, cómo se va a utilizar. Pero por ejemplo, en why, what, who, ¿cómo identificar dónde usar how y has?
Ah, ok. Sería lo mismo, siempre sería con terceras personas. Por ejemplo, si yo le digo que vamos a hacer una versión con what y con
Ujú,
she, entonces ahí tiene que poner has. What has she cooked, por ejemplo? Sí, el
ujú,
sujeto, o sea, siempre si el sujeto es she, he o it, entonces siempre va a ir has. Por ejemplo, en el otro lado, si decimos what have you cooked? Ahí como ocupé you, tiene que ser have,
ujú.
¿verdad?
Es que depende, siempre se tiene que utilizar un, ¿cómo se dice?
Un
Un
sujeto.
pronombre, un sujeto, ajá,
Fíjese que no un pronombre, pero sí un
ajá, sí,
sujeto.
sí, sí, sujeto, ajá,
Porque, porque yo puedo decirle, what has the woman in the red dress cooked? O sea, la mujer en el vestido rojo de la que yo estoy hablando, esa es ella.
ese G, ajá, sí.
Ajá. Entonces, como siempre es ella, aunque yo no diga el pronombre she, si yo
Ujú.
hablo de una mujer, siempre va a ser has.
Ah, ujú. Entonces, en base a eso es que vamos a utilizar siempre, ¿verdad?
Exacto. Siempre
Ujú,
va a ser en función de el sujeto. Si es he, she, it, ahí siempre va a ser has. Y si no,
ujú.
siempre va a ser have.
Vaya. Ujú. Sí, esa era mi duda, porque como estaba practicando en los links que usted mandó, entonces ahí
Nice.
se me trababa yo con eso.
Perfecto. Sí, me parece excelente que esté practicando. Igual cuando necesite más links, me avise y yo con gusto le mando de lo que usted quiera.
Vaya. Ujú.
Perfecto. ¿Tiene alguna otra pregunta o duda?
Mm, no, no,
Todo nice.
sí, todo nice.
Sí, la verdad es que yo siento que sí, fíjese que con todo, yo siento que todos han avanzado, han ido mejorando, so that is very good. Si seguimos viendo las clases, si practicamos, si participamos y entendemos por ahí la gramática, pues ahí nos vamos, ¿verdad? De repente,
Ujú, sí,
allá
poco.
me la voy a encontrar en Nueva York.
Ay, primero Dios.
Of course, of
Pues
course.
sí, por fe, ahí nos vamos a ver en Nueva York.
Allá vamos a andar en New York hablando en inglés, comiendo coffee
Sí.
and donuts.
Ujú, sí.
Perfecto. Bueno, un gusto entonces estar con usted. See you tomorrow and have a good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.